Okay.
But
Thank you.
just talk to me.
Yeah, I
I'll work
will.
something with
Thank
you.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to know what causes swollen lymph nodes. Like my daughter gets them occasionally, like in the back of her head. She has one in her neck currently. Like I've taken her to the doctor, and they said they're common. Like all her
Yes.
blood work is fine, but it's really, I don't know where they come from, or I don't know if it's just normal.
Yeah, a lot of times people will eat meat beyond its date that it should be sold. And that meat is rotten. And that meat has certain chemicals in it because it is now rotten. That with the steroid, the growth hormone, and the antibiotics can cause those type of problems, and especially dairy products. Yes.
So it's no, because I was reading online about them, and it said that sometimes when your body gets those, it's fighting off an infection, but she's not sick or anything or have any symptoms of being.
The infection is the food that she ate that caused the infection. As long as it's in her colon, your immune system is going to be fighting off that infection. Yes. We have to work with his vitamin K. Vitamin K helps to clot and to stop the bleeding. But when the vitamin K is low, it causes excessive bleeding.
So what kind of food can I give him that will, produces vitamin K?
Beets,
Beets?
spinach, greens,
Okay.
broccoli. Broccoli has 10 times the amount of protein than a steak.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, over here, yes.
Dr. Bynum, you say bananas are good for you?
Bananas are good for you when it's turning brown. When it's green, it's poisonous to the body.
I've seen, I don't know if they were accurate or not, but I've seen some studies saying that they retain belly weight. And
They
it's not
do.
good to
When
eat
you eat it green, it does.
Oh, okay.
And when you eat it with any of the, when the peel is green, it can retain belly weight, yes.
And my daughter has eczema. What's a good remedy for that? And like what causes the outbreak?
Clean out the colon and get her off meats and dairy products. Dairy products causes eczema, seborrhea, psoriasis, and other infections. Systematic psoriasis leads to cancer. It's the body literally being eaten from the inside out. And it literally bursts into big pus balls. So get her away from what she's allergic to, and that will clear up very quickly. Give us a call, bring her over. We can work with something that can work a lot faster. Because ladies, little girls are, when they get into their puberty, when they have the eczema, it makes them feel very bad. But we can work her through that very quickly. Yes. Okay. Yes,
I
ma'am.
have two questions.
Okay.
What will help you with energy?
Water.
Well, and the other question, what will help with menstrual cramps?
Menstrual cramps. Water.
Quick.
See, when the ladies in the menses, she needs to have a free flow. And if she's not drinking enough water, the blood will coagulate and clots will move through, and it's very painful. Many people say water don't taste good. I call it Adam's ale. It helps, it's medicine. Look at water as being your medicine for your body. Okay? I think I saw there was someone over there. Okay, right here, yes.
Okay, now, my husband will not eat a fruit to save his life.
Yes.
But what he likes to do, what he will do, is he'll drink a smoothie, a fruit smoothie. Is it healthier for him, or is it okay to drink it versus to eat the fruit at his regular, his normal state?
I would suggest eating the fruit in a normal state, because when you drink the smoothie, And many times the fruit is so concentrated that it can cause a rising of your glucose. And it will rise for a little while, and then it'll plummet. You go from hyper to hypo. And that can affect a lot of thyroids. Eat your fruit naturally.
Eat it naturally. And also, he loves vegetables, but he wants them soft and mushy. I'm like, no, eat it al dente or steamed.
I come from that generation. If they were cooked, I said, they ain't for our people. They needed to be dead and crushed up and everything. But I learned that when they're cooked like that, you're not eating any nutrition. They need to be steamed and seasoned and made to taste good and eaten. But some things, if you don't like it, don't eat it. Pick the ones that you like the best and eat it and work your way into that. I'm looking, Evangelist Scarborough asked me, frozen or canned. Frozen would be better than in the aluminum cans, but my wife works more with canning them in a jar. Because in the wintertime, I see some people back there remember when you canned food. We used to trade cans with our family. You know, one gets more corn than the other, we trade green beans for corn. We had enough too. My granddaddy ran the store in our community. But frozen is better. Fresh is best. But we can't get it fresh all the time unless you have a greenhouse like I. But frozen would be better than canned, yes.
Hey, Dr.
Yes,
Brown,
yes, sir.
if you wanted to, you do the consultations, consultant.
Okay.
Did you want to wrap it up in like 10 minutes?
Yeah, about 10 minutes. I'll
About
wrap
10
it
minutes?
up. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I like this. This makes my brain move, huh? I love it. Yes, sir.
What do you have naturally for bipolar?
Bipolar. Bipolar is caused by an electrolyte imbalance. What we need to do is work with herbs. We have one that's called, I forget the name. See, I got bipolar. We have one that helps a person to refocus. We worked on that for about 10 years before we could get it so that it could help with Alzheimer's, dementia, and bipolar. It's basically helping the brain to reprogram, because the brain, you only use 1/4 of your brain, the normal person. So it can reprogram. I'll talk to you about that, okay? Yes, ma'am.
Is filtered water better?
If you can get filtered water, drink filtered water.
Okay.
But try not to drink city water. You never pay a water bill, do you? They call it a utility bill.
Yeah.
Because once the sewer goes to the place where it's supposed to go to, they filter the sewer and take the water out of someone else's fecal material and put it back in your pipes.
I had cancer. I had the lymph nodes. I had it removed. It was cancerous, but I have to put on a pump, full-length pump,
Yes.
and it's supposed to pump the water out. And I have to do it every day.
That's more of a circulatory problem. If you can walk, if you can get the morning air, which is the best air of the day, and walk for about 3 months, you'll notice a total difference. You'll notice that your muscles will tone up by itself, and your muscles will create the same thing that you wear to push the fluid out of your body,
Thank you.
so that you won't have the pitting edema or the other problems there. I want to tell you, I'm grateful for you asking questions. The worst thing that a person can do is suffer silently. Many believe that it would insult others for them to say, I am sick. But it gives others the opportunity to help you and to point you to one who can help you to be well. Have you seen a person that looked like he's well and you hear that he just passed away with this or that, and you say, I didn't know it? If we have family, we should tell our family when we need help. Yes. Yes, sister.
Parasites that we have.
We have the parasite cleanse that will literally kill the animal that's living in your colon.
So would a normal colon cleanse, like you buy over the counter, that wouldn't do
No,
anything?
no. Colon cleanse that you buy over the counter causes browning of the colon so that your body will not absorb the nutrition. It causes a destruction of the flora in your colon. That's a dangerous type. Yes. But we have that also today too. Yes. And the lady behind you there. Okay, okay. Did you have a question?
I know you're out in Farmville.
Yes.
I know you're out in Farmville. Do you visit those who are physically disabled?
Yes.
Okay, because my mother has been diagnosed, like my wife was, MS.
Yes.
And she's been in a wheelchair for, I think about 6, 7 years now.
Yes.
And she's had stomach cancer and only has half a stomach. And the doctors have put her on medications that I watched made her deteriorate to the point where she can't stand up anymore alone. And she's constantly, falling. So they got her in this wheelchair and she can't leave home for a long period of time because she can't control her bowels
Yes.
and things like that. So I definitely want to get with you,
Yes, certainly.
and see what we can do about getting
Yeah,
you
we
over
need
to
to evaluate her personally.
Yes, sir.
But the medication is causing the majority of the problem that she has, and that's preventing her from doing what she needs to do. And once we can get her body unaddicted, then we can work with her in a natural way.
She's drinking noni juice.
Noni is nothing but snot. They give you all this noni and give you names to that if you would drink water. Water.
Baking soda, is that good for the body?
Baking soda has aluminum in it. Aluminum is one of the things that's found in most people who have died with Alzheimer's or dementia. Aluminum destroys the brain cells. So look on your products that you buy and eat, and if it has baking soda or baking powder in it, it has aluminum. Yes, over here.
Questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Epsom salt soaps, medicinal ones, and aloe vera juice.
Epsom salt soaks are very helpful to remove the lactic acid from the body. When a person gets up and tries to do walking and they come back aching, sitting down in a tub with 1 cup of Epsom salt can take that lactic acid from the muscles and ease the pain. Aloe vera juice is excellent for the intestinal tract, but it must be the filtered aloe vera, not the one that you get from the plant. The plant has toxins in it that can kill you. You got to make sure you get the one that's filtered and is meant for drinking and is organic.
So 100% pure. So 100% pure is not the same thing as organic?
No, it's not.
Okay, thank you.
No. The companies like to use a play on words, and we have to be very wise. Yes, sister. Okay.
I had to have some torn ligaments removed from my knees, and now I get to the point that I can't walk. Well, what can I do?
Stretch that knee. Work with a range of motion.
Range of motion.
Get backward,
Yeah.
and forward. You notice the Asian nation, they can literally sit down while they're standing up. They can sit down and their knees can touch their calves. They never have knee problem because they stretch their knees.
So the range of motion.
Range of motion is what will help the problem, and it will help to remove and relieve the lactic acid from the knees, which causes the pain. The more surgery, the more removal of muscles until you have nothing but bones, and then they want to replace it.
Thank you.
Okay, great. You guys have been great today. It's been a blessing. Yeah, the colonics. I am certified from the Florida hospital system in colonic therapy, also in massage therapy. You have to be very careful who gives you a colonic, because there are certain diseases that can be contracted from colonics and from the person not being tidy or trained. They can puncture the colon. They might not 2 or 3 times, but when you wind up getting sick and dying, that's when you can tell. Colonic helps to remove the encrusted fecal material from the colon. When we eat meat, meat dries up like rubber, and over the years it turns into a crust. And the parasite love living down in that crust and feeding from your nutrients. Colonic helps a person to lose waste. And when they lose waste, they lose weight. It is excellent for many and all types of cancer. My wife and I do colonic. She works with the ladies. I work with the men. I'm old-fashioned. I think ladies should work with ladies and men should work with men. We don't talk a lot. We just get it done. The ladies get in there and laugh and have a good time. I don't know how they go there, but that's their business. we get it done and that's it. But men die because they don't want to go there. But they let the doctor shove a thing up their colon and it goes around their intestine and punctures their colon. My uncle died 3 days after a colonostomy. They'll let somebody kill them that way, but they won't allow a tool to penetrate this far and put solution of water in the colon to break up the encrusted fecal material, and they'll die of prostate cancer and colon cancer. Pride is a killer. And unless we can learn as men, we're going to continue to die. Men are dying more than women, and it's unfair. It's unfair for a man to leave his wife to this mean society. We got to do something about it. Yes. Let's have a word of prayer before we finish today. Father in heaven, I thank you so much for the wisdom that you've given. And I thank you for your Holy Spirit that have brought things to my mind when questions were asked. I thank you for Jesus Christ, the author and the finisher of our faith, the great I am, the one that we can do all things through. I thank you for giving us healing. For you promised us that if we would diligently hearken to your voice, you would put none of these diseases upon us that you brought upon the Egyptians. Father, bless those who are in the audience and help them to be proactive about their lifestyle. In Jesus' name, amen.
Come on, y'all, let's thank the Lord for Dr. Bynum. Amen. All right, we're going to do this quickly as possible. And